Bochiknot and Bochiknot.com. My name is Nicole. For those of you who don't know, in this channel you will find everything related to macrame, from DIY tutorials to tips and tricks videos. You should be able to find a lot of valuable macrame content right here. If you guys do find the content valuable, then please click the subscribe button to get the latest on Bochiknot Macrame. So in today's video, we'll be going over some macrame Q&As. I do get a ton of questions all the time on macrame related things, such as how do I measure cord, how do I start a project, how do I add cord to a project, just to name a few. And over the next little while, I'll be doing more of these Q&A videos just to address some of those concerns and questions. And so today, our topic is going to be around how do we care for macrame? Can it be hung out outside? Can it be washed? And so those are just some of the questions that we'll be going over today. And if you guys do have more questions that you are curious about, then please let me know by leaving a comment in the comment section below, and I'll try to address those in my upcoming future videos. And with that, let's begin. So with our first topic today, we'll be going over whether macrame can be used outside or not, and can it get wet. So modern macrame is generally made from 100% cotton cord. A lot of times you can incorporate other fibers such as wool, hemp, or jute cord into the projects, but I think that we can all agree on that most of the time we use cotton cord to make the majority of our modern macrame projects. So I know that vintage macrame, a lot of cotton fibers were used, but also a lot of synthetic fibers were used to make macrame. We don't see a lot of synthetic fibers nowadays, but I wanted to go through the difference between the two. So the difference between cotton and synthetic fibers is that cotton is not good for weathering storms or getting soiled and dirt on them. Cotton fibers generally soak up water really well and take a little bit more time to dry depending on the humidity of the place. If cotton fibers don't dry completely and they're regularly subject to continuous dampness, then it does collect mildew and can rot and mold over time. And that's because natural fibers are more susceptible to damage than synthetic fibers are. Synthetic fibers such as nylon are usually stronger, sturdier, and can weather the rain and storms more easily. And so when you're deciding whether you're making a macrame project that will stay indoors or outdoors, you should consider the type of cord that you want to use for the project. Even if you're not planning to use a macrame project outside, if you're planning to hang up a macrame project in your bathroom, that might be subject to continuous dampness because of warm showers, you might also want to consider the alternative to using a different type of cord for that project, similar to what I would use for my outdoor projects. With that said though, if you do have a cotton wall hanging or plant hanger inside your bathroom, and it is subject to regular dampness because of warm showers, that might be okay if you let the wall hanging or plant hanger breathe after the shower and whatnot, and let it completely dry. If it is subject to regular dampness and humidity, then it will collect mildew and eventually it will mold over time. I would say though that if you live in a generally more humid climate, then I would reconsider putting a cotton macrame project into a bathroom with showers in it, and instead use a different type of fiber to make that macrame project, similar to what I would do with my outdoor projects. So if you do want to make a macrame project that would be wet, mildew, and mold resistant, then I would recommend using a synthetic fiber such as nylon to make your macrame project. Nylon is generally used for boat lines, so it definitely is stronger, sturdier, and does not wear that easily. If you do want to make a macrame outdoor project, like a plant hanger, wind chime, a swing, or a lawn chair, for example, then I would recommend using nylon for those projects. So the second topic I want to go over today is how do I care for macrame, and can macrame be washed? And so, can macrame be washed is a question I get all the time from my customers, and the short answer is that macrame cord can be washed, but I would not recommend washing in the washing machine a completed macrame piece. And that is because the macrame textile, the completed piece, might not look the same as it did before going into the washing machine. Things that could happen in the wash are that the knots might loosen and the whole macrame can be torn apart, or that the color of the macrame might fade. I do recommend against washing an entire macrame piece in general, just because the color might fade, like I said before, and that it might dry differently than how it was originally. If you do need to wash, say, your plant hanger because you've got dirt all over it, or if you need to wash your handbag because you spilled juice all over it, then you can follow the following instructions on how to clean your macrame pieces. All you need to do is follow these 6 simple steps. And the first is you'll need to fill a bucket or sink with cold water. The next is you'll need to drop about a teaspoon of mild detergent or mild soap into the water. I would recommend against using laundry detergent because it does contain bleach. So it'll definitely fade your macrame if you use laundry detergent. And the third step would be to hand wash your macrame into the soapy water to remove your stains or dirt and whatnot. If the stains are still there after you've washed it for a little bit, leave the macrame soaked with the soapy water for about another 20 minutes or so. And then after that, remove the detergent water and then replace with cold, clean water. And then rinse your macrame in that until all the soap is gone. And then the last step is to squeeze the macrame so that it removes the excess cord, and then hang it or place on a rack to dry. General care for macrame isn't typically required unless it's exposed to dirt, soil, or stains. And so if you do just get a little stain on your macrame piece and you want to get that out, all you have to do is take a cloth using warm water and place a little bit of mild detergent on it and then gently rub the stain out. Don't need to soak the entire piece if you don't have to. I would recommend just trying to get that little stain out if necessary. I hope the questions I answered today were helpful to some of you guys, and if you do have further questions you want me to answer in my upcoming Q&A videos, then let me know in the comments section below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.